Welcome to week 6. Only 2 more weeks after this. Congratulations on finishing up your problem-solving essay. So 2 essays down. We got 1 more big one to go, the biggest essay of the quarter's coming up. It's the opposing viewpoints essay. This is your longest essay. It's between 4 to 6 pages. You can go a little bit over the 6 pages, but you need to have at least 4 full pages for this one. That does not include your works cited page. So take a look at the prompt for this assignment. You'll notice it's a bit more involved. You'll be doing some stuff that's similar to your problem-solving essay, but also adding some skills. So in particular, you're going to be adding some research skills. So the point of this paper, in my mind, is to help get you ready for taking our English 102 class here at Cascadia, which is basically a class where you learn how to write with sources. You learn more about the research process. So my opposing viewpoints essay gets you ready for that, because you have to find at least 4 sources to use in this essay. And you have to learn how to correctly incorporate those sources into the text by using MLA formatting. One of the things you'll be doing is adding citations. Another thing you'll be doing is adding a works cited page. So those are going to be 2 big differences from the problem-solving essay. So what is an opposing viewpoints essay? Well, the prompt will tell you a little bit more about it. Additionally, I'll have a reading about what's called Rogerian argumentation, named after Carl Rogers, who was a famous psychologist. Rogerian argumentation in general is the idea that instead of one side trying to beat the other side into submission during a debate, both sides look for ways to compromise or find a common ground around something. Now, there are times in life when that's a very helpful strategy. Let's say you're having an argument with your spouse or significant other or best friend, for example. It'd be in the interest of both of you to find some common ground. Sometimes, however, the point is not to find common ground, but to stand your ground. That's a totally different way of arguing. Your problem-solving essay is more like that. However, we're gonna do something a little bit different with the opposing viewpoints essay. So you're gonna try to find that common ground. So you'll pick a topic. From your topic, you will create what's called an opposing viewpoints question. And the question is a debatable question. For example, it could be, should third trimester abortions be legalized? One side would say yes, they should. One side would say no, they shouldn't. The topic like that, you would try to find some common ground between those 2 sides. Another question you could ask is, you could say something like, should gay marriage be legalized at the federal level? Again, one side would say yes, one side might say no. If that was your topic, your goal would be to find some common ground between them. Now, pick your topics wisely, because I'm going to force you to find that common ground. So if there's a topic that would sort of morally offend you to do that, pick a different topic, because you will have to find a common ground between the 2 sides. So in the research process, the sources you find will describe or present arguments that either side stands for. So you'll use the sources to represent each of the 2 sides. Your job will be to take those 2 sides and bring them together on a common ground. So that's the opposing viewpoints essay. So this week you'll learn more about that. I'll put some sample opposing viewpoints essays in Canvas for you to see what my former students have done. You'll also be introduced to the research process. You'll learn more about what is it in general. There's a couple handouts that I'll be giving you, and you'll be looking at some readings from Rules for Writers about the research process. There's a couple other activities that I'll give you this week for responding to some of our readings and get you ready for thinking about opposing viewpoints topics. And then last, you'll be doing some readings about some opposing viewpoints topics from patterns for writing. So that's what's coming up this week. We'll be spending the rest of the quarter on this particular essay. So we'll be kind of stretching out the writing process for it and be doing it a couple workshops at least. So hope it goes well. Please message me if you have any questions, and I wish you guys the best.